Hello, my name is Millie Luster, and I'm here today with Chelsea, and we're going to work on brows. What we're going to do today particularly is bleaching. Bleaching is very, very important for the brows. Now take a look at Chelsea. Beautiful, beautiful girl, naturally blonde hair with some highlights. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bleach her brows to kind of lighten the color a little bit. When you have brows that are dark, what ends up happening is that you'll look like you're frowning or that you're angry when your brows are too heavy or too dark. And so to kind of remedy this problem, if you just simply bleach it with over-the-counter bleaching agent for facial bleach, it automatically softens the brows, which automatically softens your overall look. So, today we're going to start with making sure that brow area is nice and clean. So I'm just taking a nice napkin with water, and I'm kind of making sure that this area is nice and wet. And the reason for this is that the bleach adheres and allows to penetrate the hair much more and faster. So I'm going to wipe that area one more time. So what I'm going to do, like I said, this is an over-the-counter facial bleach. Make sure it's not for the hair, and it's a big difference from using hair bleach and facial bleach. Facial bleach is much more softer than what hair bleach would be. So I'm taking some cream, that's the first thing you do, and you lay it out. And I like to kind of have it nice and mixed already. And from there, I'm going to take the powder solution, which is actually the bleach, and I'm going to take some out and kind of sprinkle it into the cream. And by mixing these two together, it formulates the bleach that I'm going to use on her brows. It allows for the color to lift because it's cream and powder bleach mixed together. All right, and you want to make sure that the consistency is still really nice and creamy, not lumpy or bumpy. So let's get started. I'm going to take this, and you don't have to be neat with it at all. You don't have to be neat. So I'm just going to kind of lie it all down on the hair. All right. Now I don't want it on the eyelid. I just want it on the hair. I'm going to do both sides. And again, the purpose for doing this is that it gives your overall finish with your makeup application and the overall look of your makeup. It makes it look so much better because your brows are softer. Your brows frame the face, and whenever your brows are off, it throws your whole makeup off. I know in the past you've seen women who have thinned their brows too much and they look like they're always surprised. It's because they've messed their brows up, and by doing that, they've messed up their overall look. Chelsea has naturally a really good shape to her brows, so all I want to do is just lighten them. And when you lighten them, you don't ever have to worry about your natural hair color, what color you are dyeing your hair, because it gives you a nice, even, clean palette to use on a daily basis. So if you want to go blonde one day or stay a brunette or redhead, bleaching them allows for a very even, clean palette, and every day you can use a different color if you want. Okay, and from this point, once it's on there nice and thick, you want to just allow it to sit. Now with the bleaching process, to make sure that it's lifting, you always want to kind of wipe some of it off just to see where you're at in the process. You don't want it to kind of come out platinum white because it can do that. So what I like to do is wipe some of it off and then go again with a clean, wet napkin and just wipe, or a face towel, just to see how the color is turning out. It's already starting to lift. So what I'm going to do is apply one more application to give it that overall effect that I want. All right. So this should be another about 2 minutes, and I'll have the perfect color that I'm going for. Now I'm going to go ahead and wipe off again to see if the color is looking like I want it to look. And it is. It lifted very well, especially if this is your first time. It doesn't take long for the bleach to lift the color. If you're like me and you're used to bleaching your brows, it takes a little bit longer. But this is her first time, so the color lifts pretty quickly. I'm going to make sure I wipe it off really well, because if you don't wipe it off really well, the color will continue to bleach. So we want to make sure that it's nice and clean. All right. And you definitely want to go in the direction of the hair. You don't want to go completely opposite, because you always want the brows to look nice and smooth. Alrighty. So now I'm going to pat it dry. All right. Now you can see the before and after. Before they were nice and dark. Now they're a little bit lighter and softer, and it gives the overall face a much softer look. So if you wanted to fill them in every day, you could, or if you wanted to leave them natural, it still will look very nice on her. All right, thank you so much for joining me and Chelsea as we bleached her brows. If you want to learn more about different techniques with makeup, please tune in and watch more. Thanks again.